Hello students, today we are going to learn civics chapter number 3, the Indian judiciary. Judiciary means what, student? Judiciary is a one organ of our government which protects the law. Okay? Now, the Indian judiciary is the third most important organ of the government. Now see this diagram. The three organs of the government, first is legislature, second is executive, and third is judiciary. And what as I say, judiciary work as to protect the law. If any person commits any wrong or do not follow the constitutional rules properly, then judiciary punish them. Now, its main function is to protect our fundamental rights, interpret the laws, and to protect the liberty of an individual. Liberty means the freedom. It is the foundation stone of the modern democracy. Now, importance of independent judiciary. What is the importance of the judiciary? First is, independent judiciary ensures that the fundamental rights of the citizens are well protected. First and foremost thing, this is that all the fundamental rights means freedom of people is protected in each and every section. Second is, judiciary safeguards the federal nature of the Indian political system. They safeguard again means the protection. Third, independent judiciaries act as custodian of our constitution. Custodian means what? Caretaker. They take care of our constitution, means they were saying that all the rules and regulations were protected properly. Fourth one, it also advises the president or governor of a state on matters related to law. Means if any law is not in the protection of people or it is against the people, then they advise the president and governor about that particular law. And in the fifth one, in case any disputes arises between the center and the state due to division of powers, the judiciary interprets the constitution and settles the differences. Now we are going to learn about the independence of judiciaries. Means how judiciaries work independently. The judiciaries, legislatures and executives are the three organs of the government. There are some provisions which make judiciary independent of any influence from the legislature or executive. Now, first one is what? The Chief Justice and other judges of the Supreme Court and State High Court are appointed by the President of India. While appointing them, the President is free from personal favors or any personal bias. It means what, students? The President of India means the President choose or appoint the judges and Chief Justice of the Supreme Court and High Court. Now, while the President appoint the judges or the Chief Justice, he can choose on their personal favors or any personal bias. Now, second one is judges of Supreme Court, High Court and their Chief Justice cannot be removed from their offices except by the way of impeachment. Now, what is impeachment? Impeachment is if we want to remove some high authority from their place, so that particular process is known as impeachment. Okay. Now, impeachment means what? High authority. If I want to remove some high authority from their position, so the one particular procedure we must have to follow, right? So that procedure is known as impeachment. So if President wants to remove some judges or Chief Justice from their position, so they have to follow a particular procedure, that is the impeachment. Third one, their salaries and allowances cannot be reduced during their tenure except in the cases of financial emergency. Means if a salary is decided and if they were giving a particular amount of money as the salary, so it is not reduced during that tenure, means during that period of time when they were enjoying their duties. Now, when it can be reduced? It is in the emergency situation, in the financial emergency situation. Now next, fourth one is, after retirement, they cannot plead any tribunal of India. Means what? If they retired from their position, after that they cannot appoint in any other Indian tribunal position. Means they cannot appoint as a civil servants, or they cannot appoint as a high authority in any other places. Now, the Supreme Court, situated in New Delhi, the highest court or judiciary authority in India. High courts of the states and all lower courts are subordinate to the Supreme Court. Now here is the structure of our judiciary system. First is Supreme Court, then High Court, then subordinate courts. In subordinate court, three types of courts are there. First is District Court, then Revenue Court and Nyay Panchayat. Now we are going to learn about the structure and the process of judiciary. You can see the structure of our Indian judiciary system in the following slide. Now we are going to learn about the structure and the process of judiciary. There are 21 high courts for 28 states and 7 union territories. The Supreme Court, situated at New Delhi, is the apex judicial body. Supreme Court is situated at New Delhi. Now we are going to learn about the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court of India is the highest lawmaking body in our country. At present, it has one Chief Justice and 25 other judges. Means in this court, one Chief Justice is there and 25 other judges. Now, appointment of judges means how the judges were appointed on that position. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court is appointed by the President of India on the advice of the outgoing Chief Justice and Prime Minister. Now, here only we discuss about that the judges or Chief Justice and other judges of Supreme Court and High Courts were appointed by the President of India, right? So Chief Justice of Supreme Court is also appointed by the President of India, but with the advice of outgoing Chief Justice. Means what? The earlier Chief Justice of that court who resigned the position and the Prime Minister. Sometimes the Chief Justice of a High Court is also consulted. The other judges are appointed by the President after consulting the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. And when the President decides the Chief Justice, appoint the Chief Justice, then with the advice of Chief Justice, he appointed other 25 judges of the Supreme Court. Now, what are the qualifications for the Supreme Court judge? The qualification for the Supreme Court judges are, in order to become the judge of the Supreme Court, a candidate should be a citizen of India. But of course, then second, must have an experience of working as an advocate for at least 10 years in a high court. Means he has the experience of 10 years working as an advocate in the high court, or should have served as a judge of high court for 5 years. Or else, what is the another condition? Optional condition, that is, he is supposed to be a judge of high court for 5 years. Means he should be a citizen of India. Second qualification must be there is, he or she has the experience of 10 years as an advocate in high court, or else he or she has the experience of 5 years as a judge of high court. And third condition is, must be a distinguished jurist in the eye of the President. Here only we discuss that it is in the personal favor of the President, right? President, the judge, or if he or she wants to be the Supreme Court judge, then he is supposed to be the jurist in the eye of the President. He is supposed to impress the President by his or her work. Now, tenure means period. Once appointed, the judges of Supreme Court retire at the age of 65 years. The judge should be retired after his or her age of 65 years. Now, insight. In 1950, when the Indian Constitution was enacted, the Supreme Court had only 8 judges. Means what, students? When our Indian Constitution enacted, at that time our Supreme Court had only 8 judges, and now the condition is what? 1 Chief Justice is there and 25 other judges is there. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court and other judges can be removed from the office through the process of impeachment. A judge may also resign from his post by writing to the President of India. The President can also terminate a judge on basis of proved misbehavior or incapacity. No judge of the Supreme Court has been terminated from the office through the process of impeachment till date. Now what is written down over here, that if the President wants to remove the judge of Supreme Court, then there is a process of impeachment. Impeachment means what? I earlier explained you that if we want to remove some person from the high authority, then that process is called impeachment. And till now in India, no one is terminated from their position by the process of impeachment. And there is another condition, that if any judge proved misbehave or incapacity, means he or she is not capable to handle that particular position, then also the President can remove his place. Now salaries and allowances. The judges of the Supreme Court are paid high salaries. Besides high salaries, they are also entitled to rent-free accommodation and other allowances. Rent-free accommodation means what? They provide residence, right? And even other allowances by their work. Their salaries are charged from the consolidated funds and cannot be reduced except during the year of financial emergency. That also we learned earlier, that their salaries are very much high and that cannot be reduced in their tenure, means at the time of their position as a judge, their salaries cannot be reduced. It is reduced only in the financial emergency. The objective behind this is to prevent any type of corruption. And why should they do this? To prevent the corruptions in our Indian society. Now, functions and powers of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court of India has to perform specific functions within the jurisdiction as provided by the Constitution. The functions can be elaborated under the following head. First function is original jurisdiction. Original jurisdiction means what? Under original jurisdiction, the Supreme Court deals with those cases which come directly under its jurisdiction. These cases may related to original jurisdiction means what? A particular cases which are directly going in the Supreme Court, not through the high courts or local courts, then that particular cases and that particular approval is known as original jurisdiction. Now that cases may related to central state disputes, then disputes between various states, the case involving the violation of fundamental rights. Fundamental rights means what? If any freedom of people hurts, if any rules are not according to the people's welfare, it is against the people's welfare, then in that case, these cases are going directly to the Supreme Court. Now, second is appellate jurisdiction. Appellate jurisdiction means what? You see the here meaning, request, right? Now, first, the Supreme Court is the apex court for jurisdiction in India. When someone is not satisfied with the decision given by the High Court of a state, he or she may ask the Supreme Court to review the judgment. The Supreme Court may reconsider the case. This is called appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Now, what do you mean by appellate jurisdiction? Means what? If any case is running in the high court, right, and if that person is not satisfied with the judgment of the high court judges, then that particular case is going to the Supreme Court. and that is what? That is the request. Means Supreme Court review the judgment and may consider the case. That is why this jurisdiction is called appellate jurisdiction. Means the request to review the particular case that is already seen in the High Court. Now third one is writ jurisdiction. The Supreme Court is the guardian of our fundamental rights. That we know, apex means on the top of the jurisdiction. In the Supreme Court, final decision is made, right? Now, when someone feels that their fundamental rights are violated or they are deprived of their fundamental rights, they can directly file a petition in the Supreme Court for the redressal. Means what? If any person feels that their fundamental rights mean freedom to speak, freedom to write, freedom of everything, right? In democratic country, we have freedom of all. Now, if any person feels that their fundamental rights were violated or their fundamental rights are not going deprived or are not able to follow properly by any person, then they can directly send their petition to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court then gives special orders in the form of a writ to get the fundamental rights implemented. Now, fourth one is advisory jurisdiction. In addition to the above discussed functions of the Supreme Court, sometimes it has to perform advisory function also. Advisory means that give the advice, right? Now, the President of India, sometimes the President of India can refer any matter of public importance to the court for its advice. Now, President only takes some advice of the Supreme Court judges in which matter? In the matters of the public importance. However, the President is not bound to accept the advice, suggestion made by the Supreme Court. He take advice, but if that advice is not proper, then President is not bound to accept that advice of the Supreme Court. Are you understand this all jurisdiction? Again, I am going to repeat that. What are the main functions and powers of Supreme Court? First is the original jurisdiction. Means what? Original jurisdiction means if any case is directly going to the Supreme Court for the viewing or for the dealing, right? Second is appellate jurisdiction. Means what? Request. If some cases are going in High Court and people are not satisfied with the answer or with the end of the judgment of High Court, then they are requesting to the Supreme Court for reviewing that. Writ jurisdiction means what, students? So if someone's fundamental rights were affected, deprived or violated, then that person send the petition to the Supreme Court for the same. And advisory means what, student? Advisory means Supreme Court act as an advisor, means give advice to the President for the public importance matters. Now, insight. The Supreme Court of India is also called the Court of Records. It keeps the records of all its decisions in the written form. Why it is called so Court of Records? Because it takes all the records of all the decisions that are made by them. Now, you can see the picture of our Indian Supreme Court that is situated at New Delhi.